and welcome back to the Roger channel. And guys, I have a very special video planned for us today. That being the Star Wars Black series, Colonel Ward from the Mandalorian Grogu line. And yes, like you may have already seen, obviously, this isn't the standard issue version. This is indeed the first edition, version of this character. I was lucky enough to get two of these types of characters during my birthday, and I am very excited to finally review them here on the channel. So we are kicking things off with Colonel Ward here from the newest movie, the Mandalorian Grogu movie. So really cool. Of course, you get this white background instead of the traditional black one. You get the figure shown in this window, this little stamp. You get the name of the character, the number which falls into the line, and the name of the lineup down there. On the side of the box, you get this amazing artwork of Colonel Ward. And, like I've said many times before, if you have other characters that, go along with the lineup, you can create a mural. So here's Colonel Ward alongside the Imperial Remnant Stormtrooper. And yes, this is the other figure I was talking about. So I'm really excited to be reviewing these two, this weekend. So be sure to tune in for this one up next. You also get here in the background a bigger portrait of the character, a description, the number which falls into the lineup, and some warnings down there. Here's the side of the box, bottom, and top. So let's go ahead and get out of this plastic prison, and we can go from there. Here she is, out of plastic. And here she is out of the packaging. And taking a look at Colonel Ward, she looks pretty cool. Not gonna lie, the likeness is there. I can definitely see that. And the orange jumpsuit, the overall outfit looks really cool. But we'll go ahead and start things off from top to bottom. Taking a look at the head sculpt, it looks pretty decent. Not gonna lie, it actually resembles the actress very well, especially with that photo tech. You can see right there in the eyes, the eyebrows, and just the overall attention to detail in the hairstyle as well. That looks sick. And as far as articulation goes, there is a joint here at the bottom of the neck and the top of the head. So you get plenty of movement right there, side to side, back, and forward. And now taking a look at the torso, of course you do have this, I forget the name of it. It's like the little box that they usually have right here. And you of course get the little white vest that goes underneath the orange jumpsuit. I'm trying to remember the name of this. I had done that whole thing before with my TIE Fighter outfit. I think it's called a chest box. I believe so. But anyway, you can see it has a lot of great detail going throughout it. The buttons, the mechanical parts, things like that, the tubing. Overall, looks great. And she does have a ball joint right here in the lower waist. So your side to side, back, and forward. Checking out the arms. The arms do stick out right there. They do go out pretty good. Butterfly joint right there, as you can see. Elbow joint goes up pretty good as well. Swivel at the elbow, and articulation at the wrist and the hand. The other side as well. The arm sticks out right there, goes all the way around. Butterfly joint, as you've seen before. Elbow joint goes up pretty good. And of course, there is articulation at the wrist and the hand. Checking out the waist, she does have this orange belt that goes down right here into these harnesses that go and run down sort of in the leg area. Now, I remember there being a certain attachment along the harness down here, but thankfully, there is no harness or additional harness right here in the middle. So it's pretty cool, which means it will have more mobility with this one. And now taking a look at the legs, she is able to go into a full-on split. she is able to sit down, thankfully. I do not think that the other figures are able to sit down like that. And the legs go back pretty good. She also has a swivel in the thighs, and then taking a look at the knee joints, the knees go back pretty good as well, almost above a kneeling position. I also forgot to mention that she is a pinless joint figure, so obviously makes it a lot more realistic, and it works out great. I am definitely gonna be talking about that in a bit in the overview. But before I get carried away, let's take a look at the last sort of like points of articulation right here near the boots. Now, this is cool. The boots themselves actually have separate swivels. That's something I've probably never seen before, and I really like that a lot because sometimes, the knee joints are pretty good where they're at, but you want to move the lower leg. She's able to do so. So I really like that feature. Um, the boots themselves do point down right here, point up, and there is rock wrinkles to give some good action poses. And now we'll take a look at her only accessory she comes with, which is the helmet. Taking a look at the helmet, her helmet looks really awesome. Of course, it is the standard issue, sort of like X-Wing pilot helmet, but it does have some really nice coloring. You can see that in the lighter blues, the gold colors that run throughout it. There's bits of like this sort of like cream color, little white stripes, really brings it out. And then, of course, in the interior, you do get some brown and the orange little goggles. And it's easy to place it on her head. Basically, you just snap it down just like that. And there she is with her helmet on. It looks really good. Not gonna lie. I was expecting it to be a little bit larger than the, average helmet. But for it being, a softer plastic version of the helmet, not too bad. It slips on there just fine, and you still get the same amount of movement and articulation, so it doesn't get in the way at all. And now, as an overview of the figure, she is probably one of the best X-Wing pilots we've gotten in a while. Besides the overall look and attention to detail, I think they nailed it. I am a little bit bummed out, just a slight bit, that she doesn't have a weapon. She does have a trigger finger and things like that, which is for a weapon, and unfortunately, she does not have a holster or any type of weaponry, which would have been kind of cool for her to at least have a pistol or something. But overall, not too bad. I really like how, it's a brand new pilot figure representing the movie and things like that, and it's really awesome to get to see that they're expanding not just on constant reruns of Mandalorian after Mandalorian figures. But yeah, if you're, into collecting the pilots, especially the Rebel Alliance, you're definitely gonna get Colonel Ward inside of your collection for sure. But besides that, I guess I'll leave it here, and so if you enjoyed the video, please be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me for more. I'll catch you all on the next one.